I am so happy to be here today, here with you all, certainly, but also here, as in alive, living, breathing, and grateful for every moment of the day. In 2000, my husband Milt and I joined an organization established by Dwight Eisenhower over 60 years ago called Sister Cities. Cities across the U.S. connect with cities around the world to build friendships and a path to peace, one relationship at a time. They share humanitarian, cultural, economic, and exchange programs, all to make the world a better place. It was a vision and mission that captured our hearts. Along the way, we have met so many wonderful people wherever we go, from the senior center in Mexico, to a medical clinic in Peru, to the orphanages of South Africa, the pyramids of Egypt, and the Taj Mahal in India. I'm telling you this because Sister Cities has played a big part in my healing and my second act. It has allowed me to support friends beyond the borders of Arizona. I had a wonderful career as a school librarian. I loved my job right up to the day I retired. 9 days later, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Many members of my medical team had been with us at that medical clinic in Peru. I knew them. They were friends. I was blessed to have them caring for me through this new journey, and I never felt fear or anxiety. I chose to have a bilateral mastectomy, followed by chemotherapy. I have no regrets for making that choice. Indeed, I have the best of all worlds. You see, I can go larger or smaller whenever I choose. And I can even leave the girls at home in the drawer. Now, be honest, ladies, aren't there times when you wish you could do that? And I certainly believe my golf swing is much better. By taking one day at a time, I regained my strength and became the Queen of Pink, an advocate for survival to the newly diagnosed and their families, one of whom was my sister. Sister Cities was still a passion for us, and growing that passion has played an important part of my second act. At one meeting, I was seated at a table with mayors from cities in Israel, Syria, and Palestine. How inspiring it was to hear them commit to working together for peace. Later, I was able to help a Sister Cities friend in Guaymas, Mexico, whose wife was diagnosed with breast cancer. He told me that mastectomy products were not as available for them as they were for me. So when I got home, I sent my new sister survivor in Mexico bras and prosthetics so that she could feel as good about herself again as I had. I also went back to school and became a certified nursing assistant to expand my abilities in my volunteer missions. I founded the September Concert in Mesa after the 9/11 attacks. It was an effort to use music to help heal our community, and for it I was given the Spirit of Sister Cities Award for that year. Life was good, and there was great relief when I passed that magic 5-year mark. Then in 2014, while checking for arthritis, my doctor found a tumor on my kidney. Almost always malignant, he said. More tests found an attached blood clot that had grown very close to my heart, and we had a difficult time finding a doctor to do the operation. I had my surgery at the U of A Medical Center in Tucson, and I didn't think I would survive this time, especially since I was a Sun Devil deep in Wildcat territory. But God had another plan, and I came through the surgery. It was great to be alive. When we were asked to expand our Sister Cities responsibilities, Milt and I agreed to lead the organization for the state of Arizona. We hosted exchange students on trips to the Grand Canyon and our mountain cabin. We volunteered in the boutique run by Tempe to fund their many programs. And we traveled all over Arizona to grow and establish new programs for peace. Although I hadn't received any post-surgery treatment for my kidney cancer, I knew there was a strong chance that it might have spread. We weren't surprised then when 15 months later, 3 small spots showed up in my lung. I had surgery to remove one lobe of my right lung on December 18th, 2015, and made it home to share the beauty of Christmas with my family. I had a new scar, but I was once again cancer-free. My daughter has told a friend her mom is like Swiss cheese. How's that for an image? Taking it one day at a time, I was soon up to full speed. I had begun writing my memoirs as a hobby, and by this time had a couple of notebooks full of stories. Milt started pushing me to put them in a book, and with his encouragement, it was published in time to be the family Christmas gift of 2016. I titled it Glimpses. Sharing our family stories was an important part of my second act. I wanted everyone to understand that a cancer diagnosis, even 3 of them, was not the same as a death sentence. Of course, we were still giving a lot of time to growing and empowering Sister Cities organizations in Arizona, and I was amazed to receive a call from Rohit, another Sister Cities friend in Agra City, India. His mother-in-law had been diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, and he wanted to leave no stone unturned in helping her. He asked if I would connect him to my doctor. My doctor was quick to respond and happy to help. And again, my Sister Cities world and my second act crossed paths. Many people speak of the gifts cancer has given them, and as hard as that might be to believe, it's true. The gift of awareness is a big one. As a survivor, you don't take things for granted anymore. The beauty of a sunset, the kindness of a friend, the joy of family, the support of that special caregiver, and the opportunity to make a difference. Those are the things that really count. The Sister Cities State Conference was in the planning stages, and Milt and I were always busy. It was the start of Memorial Day weekend last May when I took Milt to the emergency room for a minor issue. But the doctor pronounced a diagnosis we weren't prepared for. You have cancer in all major organs, he told Milt. It was melanoma, and he lived just 17 days. I can tell you, it is much more difficult to be on the caregiver side of the cancer experience. So here I am. Is this my 5th or 6th act? I'm not sure. Day by day, I continue to work to make a difference with the Sister Cities Youth Ambassadors program. My second act has expanded again to include volunteering with cancer patients in the East Valley. I never planned to be in this particular garden, but I am committed to this. I will bloom where I'm planted.